Hello, everyone. All right, perfect, it works. Great to be back at KubeCon China again. AI is definitely in the news, and Jim definitely mentioned a lot, so I'll try to stay away a little bit from the AI for a little bit and give you kind of an update of our community in China and wider. So, this year marks 10 years of CNCF since we started the organization. We've had an incredible amount of growth. We are one of the largest open source organizations out there in terms of global contributors. I just looked at the numbers on my laptop this morning, and we're at about 287,000 contributors worldwide across all of our projects. We have a little over 200 projects now in the organization, and spanning contributors from over 190 countries. The other thing that we have also been looking at within our community is trying to understand how many cloud-native developers are out there building cloud-native applications. And we recently commissioned and updated one of our reports that I announced a couple months ago that has a refresh number of close to almost a little over 9 million or close to 10 million cloud-native developers out there. You kind of look at the survey results that are linked from the QR code there, but this report basically goes into details, and there's nothing surprising here. Like Kubernetes is pretty much everywhere, every major public-private cloud out there continues to kind of grow, and obviously with the AI boom going crazy these days, you have CNCF projects like Kubernetes, OpenTelemetry, et cetera, underpin scaling these AI infrastructure projects. So nothing new here, great report to dive in on and kind of seeing the growth here. So if we kind of look at our growth, we have this nice, steady, continuing growth of contributors, across the world. And if you kind of dive in on China in particular, China has always been essentially, I would say, number 2, number 3 contributing country overall to CNCF projects. If you look at the actual number of contributions, very neck and neck with Germany, but number 2 overall, which is a great strong signal, of a participation here. If you look at the Kubernetes project itself, maps a similar trend to the overall CNCF contributor contributions. China's number 2 in overall contributions, so great numbers and something we greatly appreciate. I've been coming here for well over a decade now, and I kind of want to call out some individuals in the community that have been very helpful, especially in the Kubernetes space. So I know Paco is somewhere here. I haven't seen him yet, but thank you, Paco, and others here that have truly been helpful to me over the years. But there's something interesting that has also happened over the years is there's been a lot of innovation born out of China in particular, not just projects being consumed worldwide. There's a lot of great large-scale deployments here, and so we have probably a couple handfuls of CNCF projects that were born here out of problems hit in China. You have Dragonfly, which is a great way to kind of distribute large images, which is actually very useful in the AI world these days. Volcano, one of the early batch scheduling projects in CNCF that's used widely in the AI space. We have KubeEdge, obviously for edge computing, which graduated not so long ago. And so we have a lot of different other efforts that are, essentially projects that are being born in China, shared to CNCF, and shared with the world. So a lot of great homegrown innovation happening here, which is I'm super stoked about. We also have some new notable projects in CNCF. I can't list them all, but 2 that I want to mention in particular. One is OpenTofu that recently moved into CNCF in the sandbox. This is the widely known fully open source fork of Terraform that we hosted at the Linux Foundation and helped create. This was recently moved into CNCF as a sandbox project. Another new effort that I'm kind of really happy about is for people that are running AI workloads on Kubernetes, there's a big problem of, how do you actually, distribute and serve, AI models? How do you potentially package them up like you package up, your application containers? And so there's a new effort in CNCF called Model Pack that is an effort between a variety of different companies like Ant Financial, Red Hat, Google, et cetera. So I would definitely pay attention to this. This is just a continued trend of, can we take all these amazing lessons and projects that we learned in CNCF, and can we apply them to running AI workloads at scale? Can we observe, secure, and distribute workloads like we've done historically? The other cool thing that I kind of want to announce, at least from an AI perspective, is so we have built one of the most successful open source conformance and certifications out there with the Kubernetes Conformance Program. There's over 100 plus products and projects out there that are certified to be Kubernetes conformant, which basically means you could trust that your Kubernetes, whether it is on a public or private cloud, you can move your applications a little bit easier across these Kubernetes environments. We want to do the same thing for AI workloads in a Kubernetes context, so we have kicked off this effort starting this month. It is a beta effort to kind of gather folks. We have Google, Red Hat, and others involved in this initial effort, and we're calling the community worldwide to kind of get involved to help us define what it means to run conformant AI workloads on Kubernetes. So check that out. This is a brand new effort that we're starting, and we're hoping in the next handful of months we'll be able to get it solidified and expanded, because what we've done with Kubernetes and conformance needs to also happen in the AI space, so we could have a standardized way to do hopefully inference, loading and distributing models. So check this out. I'm very excited to get this off the ground. Continuing with our community theme, we have our ambassador program that has an amazing set of ambassadors all over the world. We have over 250 and about close to a few handfuls of ambassadors in China. This program is now open for applications, so I encourage folks in the local community here to apply and become an ambassador. There are some ambassadors here, so very excited to have this essentially grow, and please apply by the end of this month, June 30th, if you want to be considered in the next tranche of ambassadors. Other thanks that I kind of want to give, especially for folks that have been program chairs and have helped CNCF here locally, both Kevin Wang, who's part of the TOC and has been a great liaison, and Richard from Ant, who's been a great help. So I just want to thank these individuals for their personal support and guidance over the years to CNCF in China. Other thing that we kind of want to celebrate our community today is we have a Kubestronaut program, which really you kind of think of as, it's like an ambassador program, but for education and training material. So these are folks that are Kubernetes experts or certified, have passed every Kubernetes and CNCF related certification. If we look at, we have 29 total Kubestronauts, and in particular, we had 2 folks tie for the first Kubestronauts in China, both Hangzhou and Zhilong were tied for the first, and then our first golden Kubestronaut, which is the person that has passed all CNCF certification, was Yung Jishu. So congratulations to you all. This is not a very easy accomplishment, and we're glad to kind of continue to grow this effort. So, without our, here we go, it's working. So also, no community can really exist without our members supporting it, so I kind of want to thank all of our members. There's too many here to kind of go through one by one, but thank you all for your support in kind of growing our community out here in China. We're going to have some fun keynotes in a bit. One of the things I love is we have this case study program that tries to highlight how companies solve and use CNCF projects in interesting ways to solve problems. We have some great case studies recently that came from Ali on how they're using Cilium at scale. We have a new case study from China Mobile on how they use Chaos Blade to basically reduce the number of incidents. So these are great new case studies that are available, and we're also going to hear from a couple of our case study winners. We have iFlyTech, which has a really cool case study on how they're using Kubernetes at scale. So we want more of these stories, so please submit your story if you're a company that is using Kubernetes or any CNCF project at scale. We want to hear from you, right? We want to take those lessons, share them with the world, so please contribute those like other companies have. We'd love to kind of promote and share your lessons learned with the community. So to kind of wrap things up and head over to the actual main keynotes, the more interesting ones in my opinion is We have many ways to contribute to CNCF. Obviously, if you go to contribute.cncf.io, that is the best place to kind of get started. Those are plenty of guides for maintainers, new folks, and members to kind of get started. These are also all available in a variety of different languages too. We have a great Slack and other mentorships and introduction tools you could use to kind of figure out where to join these communities. But I would start with contribute.cncf.io first. And also to kind of wrap things up, we will be back in China next year. We are still finalizing our plans, but I want you all stay tuned. We're hopefully to make an announcement in the coming month on final locations and dates. But as you're aware, booking, we do 5 KubeCons a year now, and booking KubeCons in advance could be a little bit tricky with everything going. But details will be coming soon, so we'll see you hopefully next year in a wonderful location. So. Other than that, I want to say thank you all, and really hope you enjoy KubeCon China this time around, and hopefully you learned something new here. So thank you very much, and we'll continue on with our wonderful keynotes.